Hi, my name is Daniela, and I'm an executive independent distributor with Young Living. Exactly 1 year ago tonight, I set the intention that I was going to be executive by now, and I managed to meet that accomplishment about 2 days. With 2 days to spare. And I'm going to teach you how you can do the same for yourself and maybe quicker if you hustle a little more than I did. So these are my top tips of how you can reach executive rank in 1 year with Young Living. First thing I'd say is to reverse engineer your goal. So instead of looking today forward, jump to a year from now. What do you want your landscape to look like 12 months from now, and then reverse engineer that backwards so that you know where you need to be in your rank and have accomplished by a certain time. And then as the year progresses, keep that schedule in mind. Refer to it often to remind yourself of, how many legs do you need, or how much OGV do you need, in certain legs, whatever, so that you know what areas you need to give focus on. So the big one I'd say to start is to reverse engineer your ultimate goal for 1 year. They say to do it for 10 years, 5 years, and I certainly agree with that. But in terms of just looking at the year, when you're setting intentions for your first year in business, start at the end of the year and work backwards. I took a full month and still continue to do this today, but 1 month in earnest, even before I started pitching the opportunity or the oils to anybody, and this applies to any product you're selling in multi level marketing, was I took 1 month to immerse myself in anything that I could get my hands on that was written or on YouTube or seminars by the leaders of multi level marketing. The book that changed everything for me was The 4 Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke. That actually showed me the potential in what you could build in terms of wealth generation when you're strategic. It's one thing just to have fun and build a business as a hobby, and that's cute. But when you're looking at actually maybe replacing a job, or some financial freedom, or whatever, and you need some genuine momentum, this is the best thing I could teach you, especially because there's so many common mistakes that new multi-level marketers make that they could avoid if they just listen to the masters, take some advice before you actually get started. So I'm going to give you some names here. So Richard Bliss Brooke, of course, and his videos are great because he'll teach you how to prospect without being annoying. Eric Worre, Adam Green, Sarah Robbins. If you're with Young Living, you definitely want to hear the Deborah Rayburn story. That's the one that inspired me. Her story really, really moved me, and I'm very blessed to be in her downline, way down the line, but I'm in her downline, and I'm very blessed by that. Um, the other thing I would say is product knowledge versus multi level marketing knowledge. Sure, product knowledge is important because you want people to feel confident in the advice that you're giving them, but I wouldn't take it too far because remember, with multi level marketing, your success is going to be in rapid duplication down the line. So if your training becomes very difficult and then people watch you give this very information dense, overwhelming presentation, the idea of them doing the same thing becomes intimidating. But if you're up and you're giving a very simple, easily digestible, and understandable presentation, your potential business builders might sit there and say, wow, that's so easy. That looks like such a fun job. I could totally do that. That's what you want to inspire in people. And that was a big mistake that I made in the beginning that cost me, I'd say, about 2 months of enrolling, is that I intimidated so many people with so much knowledge. They were scared of my product. So don't do that. And again, by learning multi-level marketing, sales strategies work regardless of what the product is. And sales in multi-level marketing is very different than the business model and expectations that happen in retail. So if you apply a retail approach to a multi-level marketing scenario, you're going to sabotage it. So you're best to learn a lot about multi-level marketing, sales in multi-level marketing, timelines, how things usually go. Eric Worre is amazing for this. He's got it all down to like mapped out science within how many days so many people are are going to re-enroll or repurchase, you want to listen to Eric Worre for this stuff. Um, but that's going to be a huge asset to you. And self development is also huge. If you're afraid of speaking in public, work on that. If you have certain professional skills you're lacking, work on that. Remember, in the end, you're building a business. And the great thing about multi level marketing is you start small so you can grow as your business grows and you can evolve, train yourself. And when the business is small, a few mistakes aren't going to hurt you. And then by the time you grow to be really big, you're a well oiled machine. And that's a great thing about multi level marketing. But always continue working on yourself. Barriers to success, negative imprints about money, about abundance, about synchronicity, about people. This is a relationship business. Network marketing is all about relationship. So anything that you can do for self development to push you forward in that is going to be a huge asset to you. And then strategic enrolling is another tip. So, sure, it's a fun business to just go around and share your product every time it organically comes up, whatever. But don't make it always all about the product. Don't forget you also have an opportunity. And for me, because I'm not active socially, for me to be able to do a million classes, I engineered my growth to find business builders. So I actually prioritized my opportunity almost more than the product, because I was looking to enroll business builders specifically who would then get the product in front of 100 people, So, or to find other people that were good recruiters, and work down the line that way. So always keep the business growth strategy in mind and not just focus on your product. And, don't forget, I've actually enrolled people because of the opportunity who then, of course, got excited about the product, but really it was the opportunity that led them to me. So don't discount that when you're talking about moving forward. And invest in your business for the first year. Save a lot of your commissions if you can and reinvest it in your business. In the beginning, I bought a lot of books by all these masters I talked about, and I would do promotions and give prizes and send these books to my downline. I also bought more product, more oils, gave it away as promotions or gifts or congratulations stuff. So you want to keep putting energy into your business, and then it will motivate your downline, and then it'll come back to you. You don't have to do that forever. Eventually your commissions will be so big you'll be able to do whatever you want, whatever. But in the beginning, you definitely want to invest in quality business cards, maybe a great website. That was a good investment for me. Tools, sales tools, Zyto scanners, if you're into oils, or whatever. There's a million things you could buy bling on when it comes to your product, and use your product all the time and have the best of the best to help represent your product. For example, I represent oils, but I bought myself a Lucy bag, Luci, and that was a great investment because it allows me to carry my oils everywhere. So these are the little tools and things you need to find to invest in your business because they will help you grow your business. And the last one is leadership. You need to provide leadership to inspire your downline to keep building momentum. In my case, I did a private Facebook group. It's only for my business builders, and I try to connect with them daily on there. Every time somebody enrolls, we do a congratulations. We just keep building that excitement, training, provide them links to great videos and tools and whatever. You just want to keep giving energy, tending that fire, and it'll grow beautifully. So like I said, in 1 year I got to executive, and I did that facing insurmountable obstacles, and yet I still managed. So really, and also be flexible. That was another thing too, is I had to be flexible and change my strategy as I went. So I tried one thing, I realized that wasn't effective for me, and I didn't waste my time pushing something that didn't work. I tried a different strategy, went outside the box, leveraged places or people I knew in the past. There were just a lot of different things I had to do and to manage my expectations. So if I wasn't, as soon as I realized, I'm not going to get my product in front of 100 people, then I needed to find someone who could. So that's the kind